Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today, just for fun, I'm going to make some crisp and delicious profiteroles or cream puffs. The recipe starts with that famous French pastry dough known as pâte à choux. Choux pastry is light and crisp on the outside, but it is completely hollow on the inside. Have a look. You can fill the void with ice cream, whipped cream, pastry cream, or you could even use a savory filling such as chicken salad. Chicken salad profiteroles are terrific for afternoon tea. The dough is really easy to make. First, heat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, set a medium-sized saucepan over medium heat and add 1 cup of water and 1 stick, that's 113 grams, of diced unsalted butter. Also add a ½ teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm not adding any sugar to this recipe, although you certainly can, especially if you're going to use your profiteroles for cream puffs or some other sweet dessert. By not adding sugar, I'm able to use my profiteroles in a more versatile way. Again, I could fill them with chicken salad or with sweetened whipped cream. And bring this to a boil over medium heat. So once the water has boiled and the butter is melted, immediately pour in 1 whole cup of all-purpose flour, and then grab a wooden spoon or a stout heat-proof spatula and stir and lower the heat a little bit. And you want to stir this until it forms a paste. And you just keep stirring, for a minute or so, until all of the dry flour is incorporated into the butter and water. Look how nicely that's come together. And then you continue to stir so that some of the moisture evaporates off the dough. You'll get some good exercise when you make pâte à choux. This is perfect, so turn the heat off. Let the dough cool for about 3 minutes. Then we're going to add some eggs. When the pâte à choux is warm to the touch, but not hot, add the eggs one at a time. Oop. These are large local eggs. And take a stout spoon or wooden spatula and beat the egg into the dough. And you want to keep stirring until the egg is completely incorporated. And you'll notice that the dough really breaks up at first. And that's exactly what it should do. It will look like a mess. I like to hold my spoon straight up like this, because I find my arm gets less tired with this technique. Final egg. The dough's coming together beautifully, as it always does. We're good to go. Next, we have to get dollops of the choux pastry onto a baking sheet. I've lined my sheet with parchment paper, but you don't have to. You can simply spray your baking sheet with one of those non-stick vegetable sprays. And some cooks like to pipe the choux pastry onto the baking sheet. Other cooks will use 2 spoons to make little egg-shaped forms. But I found a very easy technique is to use a 1.5-inch diameter cookie scoop. So use a piping bag or 2 spoons or the cookie scoop. And I'm going to spray my cookie scoop with a little non-stick spray. And then you grab heaping amounts like this, and space the dollops about 2 inches apart. You should be able to get 12 puffs from this recipe, 12 good-sized puffs, or 18 small puffs. Ooh, that's Avery, the new puppy. You'll meet her in another video. To give the puffs a little extra color, I like to brush them with 1 beaten egg. And I like to use my blue pastry brush for the job. By the way, I should mention that the little puffs get their puff from the 4 eggs that were added to the dough. So there's no other kind of leavening in here. No baking powder, no baking soda, certainly no yeast. And there, we're done. So these will go into the 400-degree oven for exactly 15 minutes. Then you reduce the temperature to 350 degrees and continue baking for another 30 minutes. Okay, here are the profiteroles, all puffed and golden, and boy, they even smell good. I'm going to let them cool, for 30 minutes or so. To make sure they're completely done, and I think mine are, you can cut one open. Ooh, look at that. Hollow on the inside. And feel the dough, and if it seems a little soft, you can always put these back in the oven for another 5 minutes or so. The profiteroles have cooled, so now I'm going to cut them with a serrated knife right down the middle to create little lids. I'm going to pipe the whipped cream into my little profiteroles. So what I have here is a piping bag, and I'm using a star tip. It's about a ½ inch star tip. But on the other hand, if you don't have a piping bag, you can always use a spoon to fill your profiteroles. You could even use a plastic bag, one of the Ziploc bags, just cut a little corner off and use that to pipe the cream into your profiteroles. And again, you don't have to fill profiteroles with whipped cream. You could use ice cream or pastry cream or sorbet. Or for savory profiteroles, use chicken salad or ham salad. Then put the lids on. Aren't these adorable? I first tasted cream puffs when I was in the Cub Scout, and our den mother, Mrs. Seeney, made them. That was back in Spokane, Washington. And I know what you're thinking. You were in the Cub Scouts? 'Tis true. Then we're going to give them a little snow. Confectioner's sugar. Of course, we have to taste one of these. So you could eat these with a fork and a knife, but who wants to do that? I'm not even going to tell you how delicious these are. If you like today's recipe, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, in the comments field below, let me know about some other recipes you'd like me to make. I'm all ears. I'll see you next time. Bye. Wait, I'm back. I forgot to tell you that after you've baked the profiteroles, You let them cool to room temperature and then freeze them. They'll freeze for a good 3 months. And then when you need them, you can take them out, thaw them, and fill them as needed. Okay? Bye again.